African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 4th of July, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of troops defeated the personnel and equipment of the 57th Motorized Infantry, 92nd Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 125th, 127th Military Defense Brigades, 13th and 17th Brigades of the National Guard in the areas of Volchansk settlements, Veseloy, Ruskaya Lozovaya, Neskutnoy, and Cherkany of the Kharkov region. Enemy losses amounted to up to 225 military personnel, a pickup truck, a Grad multiple launch rocket system combat vehicle, a 203mm Pion self-propelled artillery mount, a 155mm US-made M198 howitzer, a 152mm D-20 gun, and a 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery mount. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous positions and defeated the formations of the 14th, 66th, 115th, 116th Mechanized, 77th Airmobile Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 117th Military Defense Brigade in the areas of Makievka settlements, Stelmakovka, Chervenaya Dybrova of the Lugansk People's Republic, Simkovka, Petropavlovka of the Kharkov region, and Torskoy of the Donetsk People's Republic. 3 counterattacks by assault groups of the 117th Terrestrial Defense Brigade were repelled. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 600 military personnel, an armored combat vehicle, and 2 vehicles. During the counter-battery fight, the following were hit: a 155mm M777 howitzer made in the USA, a 152mm Mstab howitzer, a 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery mount, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers, a 105mm L-119 gun made in the UK. 3 field ammunition depots of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of troops improved the situation along the front line and also defeated the manpower and equipment of the 30th, 54th, 72nd Mechanized, 143rd Infantry, 46th, 81st Airmobile, 5th TH, 80th Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 109th and 119th Terrestrial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Georgievka, Serebryanka, Minkovka, Sporno, Krasnohorivka, Katarinivka, and Chasov Yar. In addition, 5 counterattacks by formations of the 10th Mountain Assault and 79th Air Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. Enemy losses amounted to up to 630 military personnel, 4 armored combat vehicles, and 12 vehicles. Also hit during the counter-battery fight were a 155mm M198 howitzer, a 155mm howitzer M777, 105mm guns, M119 all made in the USA and L119 made in the UK, as well as 2 electronic warfare stations. Over the past 24 hours, 11 field ammunition depots have been destroyed. Units of the Center Group of troops improved the tactical situation, defeated the formations of the 24th, 41st Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 109th, 129th Military Defense Brigades, and the 2nd Brigade of the National Guard in the areas of the settlements of Mykolovka, Novgorodskoye, and Toretsk, Donetsk People's Republic. 6 counterattacks by assault groups of the 31st, 47th Mechanized, 95th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the Light Assault Brigade of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 490 troops, 3 tanks, 2 cars, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, and a 100mm Rapier anti-tank gun. Units of the Vostok Group of troops defeated the manpower and equipment of the 58th Motorized Infantry Brigade, the 116th, 120th and 123rd Terrorist Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Constantinople, Bogodar, Neskechnoye, Storozhevoy of the Donetsk People's Republic, and Novoselovka of the Zaporizhzhia region. In addition, 3 counterattacks by formations of the 108th and 129th Terrestrial Defense Brigades were repelled. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 140 military personnel, 8 vehicles, a 155mm M777 howitzer made in the USA, and 2 155mm FH-70 howitzers made in the UK. Units of the Dnieper Group of troops defeated the personnel and equipment of the 141st Infantry, 128th Mountain Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the 35th Marine Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Zarabyanki, Nestoryanka, Zaporizhzhia region, and Tokarevka, Kherson region. Enemy losses amounted to up to 140 military personnel, an armored combat vehicle, 4 cars, 4 155mm M777 howitzers made in the USA, a 152mm Akatsiya self-propelled artillery mount, 152mm D-20 and Jayatsin B guns. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation at the base airfield destroyed the MiG-29 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force, and also hit 2 enterprises of the military-industrial complex, an oil refinery and a fuel storage facility that supplied the military parts of the armed forces of Ukraine, a production workshop and storage warehouse for attack UAVs, as well as accumulations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 128 areas. Air defense systems shot down 37 unmanned aerial vehicles, a French-made Hammer-guided bomb, a U.S.-made HARM anti-radar missile, and 14 U.S.-made HIMARS missiles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 626 aircraft, 277 helicopters, 27,197 unmanned aerial vehicles, 537 anti-aircraft missile systems, 16,499 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,364 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 11,326 field artillery guns and mortars, 23,318 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.